What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit. Didn't have any live streams last week. So yeah, finally back here talking about the Xfinity race at Atlanta today. I'll be going live for this race Saturday. It's gonna be early. It's gonna be like 10:15 in the morning. Um, got some plans later in the day that I won't be able to do it at 12. So that's when this live stream is going to be going live. If you're new here, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to this channel. If you want more of my content, you can always subscribe to my Patreon. I'll put the link down below, $10 a month. You're going to get a ton of content, including 2 spreadsheets, all the data you need to know, projections, what every driver needs to do to pay off their salaries, if I expect them to do it, what my pools are going to look like, past optimal lineups, what the average optimal lineup I expect to be this week is, and rankings and cash scores, some other things. So be sure to go check that out. I'll put the link down below. That's really all I got to say. Here we go. We're going to start Kyle Busch. He's the most expensive driver. I believe this is his last Xfinity race of the season. I honestly hope so. I kind of just hate when he's in these series. Not. I don't mind seeing Kyle Busch win at all. I think it's probably better for the other drivers for him to be in the field, but it sucks for DFS. But I mean, starting on the pole, he's gonna just dominate, man. I mean, 603 intermediate laps led, 296 cookie cutters. Last 5 races, best average finish, best average position. I mean, he's just been dominating. I just don't see any reason why Kyle Busch won't be the best driver in the field again. So expect him to win. I think you got to play him. It's going to make me really not too interested in guys like Cindric, Allgaier, Allmendinger, though. Cindric starting 4th, Allgaier starting 8th, Allmendinger starting 3rd. I think they all have lap sled potential, but I mean, it's just hard for me to want to play any of them with the way Kyle Busch has been driving all year. If I did have to play one of them, I think it would be Cindric. He's shown the most speed at intermediates and cookie cutter tracks. Allmendinger would probably be the one I'm not on, so I'd probably rank those 3: Cindric, Allgaier, Allmendinger. I think those are guys if you're not playing Kyle Busch, you probably should play one of those two. Cindric would probably be my favorite play in that group, just because he's just been so much better at these intermediate tracks when it comes to leading laps. So Allmendinger kind of finishes better, but that's just how I like to go. I know AJ did win this race earlier this year, or was that last year he won Atlanta? I don't remember. But he's won in Atlanta and one of the last 2 times they were here. So I understand that, but I'd still rather go to Cindric. Josh Berry starts 28th, $10,000. He's in the Jordan Anderson car again, so 31 car. I don't know if you noticed, but he's not in the 8 for the rest of the year. Just thought probably throw that out all year now because it's just 2 different cars. The 8 car is really good, the 31 isn't. So, I mean, it's not bad, but, in the last 5 races, which has been majority, I think actually now all of them have been, maybe not. 11th best average finish, 14th best average position. I think that's where you can expect him to finish. Somewhere in the 10 to 15 range is probably where I'm expecting, get some late race caution. We could see him find a way up into like that top 7, but that's kind of how I expect Josh Berry to finish. I just don't know if I really want to pay $10,000 for that, especially when we are paying $14K for Kyle Busch. It's kind of going to be the same thing with Ty Dillon starting 30th, $9,700. I think he'll run well. He's in the Hour Motorsports number 23 car. It's kind of wild that Natalie Decker's priced at the very minimum, and Ty Dillon gets in the same car and he's $9,700. I mean, that just shows how bad Natalie Decker is, and I mean, Ty Dillon's a pretty decent driver. So, 8th best average finish in the last 5 races, 16th average position. Although I believe that's only one race. That is in this car though. So Ty Dillon, if you want to go there, I don't hate it, but I prefer him over Josh Berry. I think just because you're saving a little bit and he starts a little bit farther back, but. Still probably not going to be too excited about that. I think Sam Mayer's probably the place differential one I want to go to at $9,400. Now, look, I know Sam Mayer has not been, amazing in his first 2 races, but at Pocono he was running well before he ran into issues, and obviously he's just not a good road course driver. That's going to be something he's going to have to improve on, but I mean, this is a track where I think Sam Mayer should run well. I mean, he's in the 8 car for Junior Motorsports, one of the best cars in the field. I think he should get a top 10 for sure, compete for a top 5. He's going to win a race sooner or later. Just be prepared for that. So I just want to be on Sam Mayer earlier because I think he should be honestly think he should be more expensive than Berry and Dillon, just because I think he has more upside to lead laps and win this race. And just finish higher in general. But he's $9,400, so I want to jump on that while the salary's low. So yeah, that's where I want to go. Noah Gragson's really cheap, but I mean it's just hard to really justify playing him with Kyle Busch in the field. Starting 9th, $9,200, 4th best average finish in Atlanta, 6th best average position. 520 laps led on intermediate tracks. Hasn't been great recently. 7th best average finish, 7th best average position with only 3 laps led. But, Noah Gragson will turn it on at some point this year. I don't doubt that. So, would not be surprised to see it here. It's just hard to play with Kyle Busch in the field. I think that's something to note going forward that they're pricing him there. So, if he keeps being priced in this 9K range, I'm going to want to get there in the future, but probably not this week. Harrison Burton starting 5th. Just haven't seen the laps led upside from him. I know he led at Pocono a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but, he just started on the pole. So, I don't really expect to see much from Harrison. Brandon Jones starts 13th. Actually, this one isn't that bad. I mean, he gets you a little bit of place differential upside. He probably doesn't need to lead laps, pay off the salary. He'll probably get you a top 5 there if he has a good run. 7th best average finish at Atlanta. He always runs well. Probably not going to see him lead laps, but recently he has been running pretty consistently at the 6th best average finish and the 8th best average position. So I don't really hate going to Brandon Jones at all. Daniel Hemrick is another one that, like, we got to keep an eye on this. If they keep pricing him at $8,600, I'm going to be all over that, but I just don't want to go there if Kyle Busch in the field, so probably not going to go to Hemrick. Justin Haley starting 7th, $8,400. I just don't really see any upside at that price, so I'm not going to go there. Same thing with Brandon Brown. Just he's way too expensive. I don't know why. I mean, Brandon Brown has been cheaper starting in the 20s this year, but now he starts 12th and they put him at 8,200. I don't really get that. I mean, he's running pretty good. 10th best average finish, 15th best average position, but like it's not going to do anything. So I don't really understand that price tag. Santino Ferrucci is $8,000 starting 25th. I don't know. He hasn't really been that great in his car. Some of the other drivers that have been in his car I much prefer to go to, but 15th best average finish at Atlanta, 22nd intermediate, 60 cookie cutters is not the best. 19th best average finish in the last 5 races, 21st best average position. Probably not going to be too interested in Santino here. I just don't think the upside's too high. But Brett Moffitt I do like a lot. Starting 20th, $1,700. I think his upside is definitely a little bit higher. I think he has top 10 upside here for sure. 12th best average finish at Atlanta, 10th best average position. We saw him run well here earlier this year, although recently has not been running well. It's only the 22nd best average position, 19th best average, or 22nd best average finish, 19th best average position. But I do believe in the talent. I think he'll turn it around here. I think he'll have a good run. Myatt Snyder starting to finally put together some top 15s, but I mean that's just where he starts, so I just don't really want to go there. Just starts, too far up I think for me to really see him paying this off. Mid range is kind of dead. I'm not gonna lie. Like this mid range just sucks. Like it's just not like I don't know. I don't really like this slate. There's not a lot of plays I just like. So I'm probably just saying I don't really like him. I don't really like him, but that's where we're at right now. Riley Herbst starts 10th. I mean, no. Jeb Burton actually is interesting, starting 11th here. I don't like $7,300, man. I mean, he's had the 11th best average finish, 10th best average position. We've seen him run up in the top 5 like all year, some portions of the season. So, I mean, I don't mind taking that risk at $7,300 starting 11th. If he gets you up in the top 5, that's gonna be a good day for the salary. They made him too cheap in a college car, so I don't mind Jeb at all here. This is probably a tournament play that I'm gonna be on. I don't really expect him to get a lot of ownership, so I do like Jeb Burton here. Michael Annett starting 6th. I'm off that. Ryan Sieg starting 16th. I mean, I don't know. I really haven't been playing Ryan Sieg at all this year, and I just don't really see that continuing. I've never really liked where he's been priced. Hasn't been running particularly well recently either. 18th best average finish, 20th best average position. When you look at the numbers for Atlanta, 17th best average finish, 20th average position. I just don't see him doing much here, so I don't really like Ryan Sieg here. I don't mind Jeremy Clements, though, starting 19th, $7,000. He hasn't been running as well as he had been earlier in the year recently, but still running decent. 15th best average finish, 18th best average position. He can find ways to sneak him inside that top 10, and if he does, I think that's going to be very viable. I just think he has like more upside than someone like Sieg. Like I don't think Sieg gets top 10 here. I think Clements definitely has that upside. So I'm going to probably have some Clements on the slate, so that's someone I'm going to be kind of interested in. Jeffrey Earnhardt starting 37th at $6,900. That's just way too expensive, man. I mean, he's just not good. I don't understand why he's priced that. I mean, I do because he starts 37th, but I think I'm just going to continue on my full season fade of Landon Castle or of Jeffrey Earnhardt and call it a day. Landon Castle starts too high, starting 21st. Last 5 races, 24th best average finish, 25th best average position. I don't really want to play that. Greg Gaulding starts 40th. He actually hasn't been too bad recently. 23rd best average finish, 27th best average position. Oh wait, I'm looking at that. No wait, I am looking at that right. Right? Yeah, okay. I thought I was tweaking for a second. Okay. Sorry, being stupid. Anyway, Craig Gaulding, I mean, I don't mind this. I think this is a spot that, like, you can get to on the slate. So, yeah, I don't mind going there. Ronnie Bassett. Sorry, lost my train of thought. I mean, Greg Gaulding, all right, we shouldn't play Greg Gaulding. $6,600 starting 40th. I mean, it just doesn't have a ton of upside. He's not. I mean, he could break the top 30, but it's just too expensive, man. If he was down here, that's different, but I'm not playing that high. Ronnie Bass is starting 25th. This equipment's not good, but it's a little bit better than the guys around him, but still 29th best average finish, 34th best average position. I don't really want to go there. CJ McLaughlin is in the 66 car for MBM this week. Like, that car's not good. He's not good. No. Colby Howard's interesting, though. Starting 36. Last 5 races have not been great for him. I'm not going to sit there and tell you they have, but, I mean, he has upside. He has a higher upside finishing position than some of these guys, like McLaughlin, Gaulding, Vargas, like he just has upside to finish a little bit higher. So like all these guys starting really far back, Howard's probably the one I'm kind of interested in until we get down to Weatherman. But Colby Howard, I think is okay if you want to go there. Not gonna be someone I want to get a ton of exposure to, but I think it's all right. Alex LeBay starting 17th at 6,000. Like, I mean, he'll probably just run around there all day, maybe move a few spots back. I just don't see that working out. Bailey Curry's interesting. Bailey Curry, same thing as every week. This Mike Harmon team. If they have mechanical issues, he's screwed. If he doesn't, I think Curry runs top 25. So, he has not been running, well recently. They've had a lot of mechanical issues, but if you just get him on the right day, that's going to be a play I want to go to. I always am going to play Bailey Curry because I believe he's more talented in that equipment. He gets the most out of it, so I'm going to go there. I understand if you don't want to, but I will be going there. Ryan Vargas starting 32nd, like, no. 27th, 33rd, like, no. We're just not going to play that. It's just not it. Josh Williams at $5,700, starting 18th. Just don't see it, man. I mean, I think he'll just kind of run around there the whole time. 24th best average finish, 25th best average position. It's kind of where I expect him to run. Tommy Jamar's starting 14th, finally starting a little bit higher, but I don't want to play that. Just starts way too high. I do like Jade Buford though. I think he's a little bit too cheap. $5,400 starting 27th, 21st best average finish, 24th best average position in the last 5 races. I don't expect a lot from him, but a top 20. He has top 20 upside. I don't really see him hitting it, but if he just moves up, up to like top 21, 22, I think it's definitely gonna be worth it there. I mean, he's just in a much better equipment than a lot of these other guys down here. That car isn't that slow. It's decently fast, so I don't mind going to Jade Buford at all. Joe Kraft, man, starting 33rd, $5,300, 38, 38. All right, David Starr starting 35th, $5,100. I don't want to play that either, man. I mean, he just hasn't been good either. Kyle Weatherman's the cheap play. I mean, he just is. He starts 38th, $5,000. He's in a Mike Harmon car. I think Bailey Curry's a little bit better of a driver, but Kyle Weatherman has top 20 upside if he doesn't have mechanical issues. So it's a tournament play. I don't mind it. I don't really want to go to any of these other guys down here. I mean, Jesse Little starting 33rd. I mean, just hasn't been good at all this year. Carson Ware is in the 17 car, which I know people want to play, but like he's not good. Like at least sometimes when you get some of these guys in the 17, they're like decent drivers. Like Cody Ware's not as fast as everyone thinks. JJ Ollie's really good, but Carson Ware sucks. So I just don't want to play that. Matt Mills, no, and Mason Massey, no. So it's kind of what I'm looking at. Cheap value is going to be Buford and Kyle Weatherman. Maybe a little Bailey Curry. I don't know. A lot of these other value guys I really don't like. I mean, this slate, there's not a ton of plays I really like. I mean, I like Kyle. If you want to get different than Cindric and Allgaier, I like Sam Mayer. I like Brandon Jones. I kind of like Moffitt. I like Jeb. I like Clemens. Like it's a ugly slate. I'm not gonna lie. So be sure to tune into that live stream. I'll go over a little bit more what drivers need to do to pay off and stuff. So that's really all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe in this video, and have a great rest of your day.